Hi everyone, it's Janette here from Enthusiastic Gardener. Now I thought to myself, there's no way I'm going to be able to do any gardening this weekend to share with you because it has not stopped raining for days and days, which yes, it's good for the garden but not so good when you want to get things done. However, I've just come home from work. It's Friday night. It's still light. It's about 5:10. I thought, let's film a garden tour because the chances are it's going to rain all weekend and things are still looking nice. We still have a leaf-free garden at the moment. So let's have a look at the garden for the end of October 2023. So here we are towards the end of October and it's still colourful. It's still looking very nice. I think we still have a leaf-free garden at the moment. The leaves up here are still green, so they haven't fallen as yet, but it won't be much longer. So let's have a look around the garden. I do have one great sadness to report, which we'll come to. Well, let's start at this corner here, because behind me, for any of you who know, is container garden, and that is where the sadness lies, but I shall reveal more as we come back round. But in particular, this Nandina is stunning. It's just beautiful. And we have an osmanthus next to that, my little container with ivies and a euonymus. And just beginning to emerge on the mahonia are the yellow flowers, which are, I think, this year going to look really lovely because there's so many buds all over that. Still a couple of little buds on the rose. We had a very, very light frost, our first light frost, a couple of mornings ago, but it wasn't enough to take away all the annuals or anything like that. So you can see I still have geranium or pelargonium. I should deadhead, but as I say, it's rained non-stop. I haven't been able to even come outside. The Petunia red robin. Lamium's looking wonderful, spreading, still flowering. As you can see, very pretty. Lamium is one of my favourites. And then we have hydrangeas, the dahlias, which I moved from the window box because they were getting so scorched. They're flowering. And after the initial slug and snail damage, you can still see, look, I've given up. You can have a little bit of my dahlia leaf. Yeah. Yep. They're still being munched a little bit, but, well, we can share. This is very pretty. Where I sit in my lounge, which is directly behind me, I see this view from my window. This is my Cercis canadensis forest pansy redbud, and it really is pretty this autumn. I think the leaves will go very soon. Couple of roses left on this. This is the Ruby Wedding 40th anniversary rose, just there. Some lovely heucheras. Shady corner, as always, is beautiful. The ferns are beautiful. The Brunnera looking nice still. I think this time next month, a lot of things will have disappeared. So you can see the Aralia elata, the stick, that's the first to have lost all its leaves. And this is an apple tree. Not a particularly great specimen, but it fills a gap, a little bit of interest. my rhododendron, and we take a view from this angle. And we walk back down the pathway. We have a chamaecyparis there, which is doing well. Oh, someone told me when I always call my sedum, I thought they were autumn joy, and one of you told me they think it's neon joy. Well, the colour's faded now, but so now I have neon joy apparently, which I'm quite happy about. This is the Eremophila. I do hope it lasts through the winter. That has grown so big, and that was my bargain. And we have some osteospermum. I forgot the name then. Osteospermum. Another chamaecyparis. This is my euonymus, which needs a trim. My little Stella cherry. And we'll just come back this way. So as I say, we haven't had a hard frost, so I still have my annuals. But what I want to do is those three there, which are my Picea pungens, Glauca daisies white. I will move them and put them down here somewhere. When these annuals go, that's my Victoria plum. And I did have about 7 or 8 plums in the end. I made a plum crumble. So that was nice. My bay tree. The salvia, I cut down all the veronicastrum, which was here. That's gone. And that is my Picea pungens super blue seedling. Another Nandine, and this one, I don't know the variety names, but that is not beautiful bright red like the other one. And then here the Crocosmia is all faded now. It does seem sad that the garden is going to be asleep very soon, but on the other hand, I feel like we need a rest from gardening. It's a lot of work. I'm sure you all agree, we need our rest. Let's go and look at Woodland Courtyard, because I adore Woodland Courtyard. I'm so pleased that I made a little area look nice. There's my jug that I painted a couple of weeks ago. And thank you all. You all wondered if I was an art teacher. Bless you. I can only do pansies. That's the only thing I can paint. Or I can paint over something such as I did do my snail recently. But no, I'm not an artist. And then when I did paint my cat, those pansies were kind of the etchings of them were underneath, though I only went over the top of them, so I am no artist. But as I say, I do love painting things like this. I did paint that, but I couldn't possibly do a landscape or a portrait or anything like that. Woodland Courtyard chair is very, very useful and very used a lot. And I'm very happy how the spider's web have been doing since I moved them from the front. The ferns that Mark Border gave me, I've only seemed to have lost one. I think this one, Chrystopteris bulbifera. It could be, because some of them are deciduous, and it does seem a little early for that to have happened, but it's possible. And I don't think that's a spider's web. Do you? It was sold to me as a spider's web, but it looks nothing like the others. This spider's web looks wonderful, and it's hiding all the heucheras. which these heucheras, I think I mentioned before, were the little tiny ones that I divided earlier this year, springtime. I had one big plant and I made lots of little plants. So there we go. That's Woodland Courtyard. My friend Edie, who we saw her garden last week, she's dropped round a hydrangea for me. She sent me a text to say, would you like a hydrangea? I've had another move around. So I said, yes, please. I never say no. Never say no to free plants. So I'll just show you, I've emptied the window box, and what I'm going to do you know what? I still haven't bought one single tulip bulb. There's not going to be any tulips left if I leave it any longer. This weekend I'm going to have to go and get some tulips. But what I plan to do here is plant tulips in the window box, and then I'll get something, pansies, something, not quite sure, whatever I can find to fill in. And then this is the last section, which is doing well. Once again, I haven't put the fountain on, but I've only just come home from work. The geraniums, I was considering potting them all up, trying to overwinter them. But to be honest, I don't think I will, because I only have my cold frame. My greenhouse is not heated or anything, it's just a cold frame, and I'm not so sure that they will do much good in just a cold frame. It's not hardly any difference in temperature to the outside. And geraniums are quite cheap. Oh, we can see on the fatsias the buds. Very soon they will be bursting open, and they will have the little white pom-pom flowers, which are adorable. So let's reveal my sadness. My sadness is just up here. And you'll remember that I planted, this is the trouble with a formal planting scheme. Can you spot the dead little Ilex Stokes? That's died, that's died. And the one at the back, well, I'm not so sure if that will be very far behind. If you can see, the top of it is very dead looking. So yeah, I've lost 2 of my 5 Ilex Stokes, which is very disappointing. But gardening does come with disappointments, and you can't, you know, you just have to shrug it off, think of a plan B. It is a shame, but as I say, that's the problem with a formal design. But I have a solution. So I'm not going to buy 2 more or 3 more. I'm just going to accept it as something that happened, and then I have a plan. When it stops raining, I'll be able to show you what I'm going to do to rectify. It is sad, very sad. But I've lost other things this year that I was sad about, such as, do you remember back in Easter time, I had my 2 beautiful lemon cypress balls. We had one here, one here. They were like the signature touch to my garden. I lost them. I don't even think about them now. So, you know, there we go. That's my garden towards the end of October. Still looking colourful. Won't be much longer before there's leaves everywhere. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you're having fun in your garden still. Hello to all my friends in Australia who are just coming into spring. And that's so exciting for you. So that's it from me. Thank you for watching. I hope to be able to do something this weekend, but if not, it will be nice to have a bit of a rest. I hope you're having fun in your gardens. Take care everyone, and I will see you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye.